everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Hot Take Table. I'm Dylan.
I'm Raph.
And we're talking about Sonic Adventure 2 today, baby.
The battle.
I'm just going to out ourselves right now.
Yeah.
This is a Redux episode.
That's right. We lost the footage from before.
There is some lost footage.
Yeah,
and
it's very tragic.
After we recorded that episode and we realized we lost the footage, we were like, should we just record it again? And what we ended up doing was getting very drunk and playing Dragon Quest XI
That's
Casino.
right. We spent like 3 hours in the casino. Maybe more. Probably more.
I think a lot more. We went from like 10 o'clock till 3 a.m.
We drunk dialed a few friends.
Multiple friends.
And told them we were in the casino and then clarified, like, well, we're playing the casino video game in Dragon Quest.
Yeah, that was great.
It was a good time. I'd do it again.
It was honestly a blessed night because the first hand we did was a Royal Jelly Flush
right.
that I immediately double or nothing to get 100,000 tokens
The first like 20 minutes of us playing that game were more profitable than the next 3 hours.
Yeah. Then the rest of it, we just put the slime machine on autoplay.
We should do an episode just on that slot machine.
I was telling you that if we had recorded ourselves during those 5 hours and cut it down to the best 50 minutes, that would have been our best episode.
Let us know if you want to see a recording of us playing the Dragon Quest slot machine. If not, let's talk about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. One of the best games ever made?
No. One of the most important games ever made to me. One of the most influential to me. Not to the medium. Just me.
So we should establish why we're talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah. Tell them the tale.
So this is what happened. We were hanging out with our friend Jimbabwe.
Jimbabwe.
He and you got here first. You got here first because you live here, so it's very easy
I'm
to get
always here, baby.
I came down. I saw you two playing Custom Robo.
Custom Robo on the GameCube. I'd rigged up like the CRT that we had out the other episode, and I got GameCube stuff up and running. I got Custom Robo, I got Adventure 2, I got Beautiful Joe. Come on down. Let's have good times.
All the goods. I'd never played Custom Robo, and you were like, maybe we'll do an episode on this because you hate everything. You'll play it. You'll probably hate it.
Tell me if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know.
I played it. I thought it was based as
hell.
hell.
Of course you would. It's a great game.
Honestly, a ton of fun. Then we went to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is what I was looking forward to.
I lured him in with Adventure 2. We'd even talked about doing an Adventure 2 episode previously. We were like, no, we just both like it. There's not much to discuss here.
And then I played it, and I'm like, maybe this game is kind of donkey.
Donkey?
Yeah, kind of
donkey.
Is
it donkey? You know how I feel about those donkeys. Let me in, Lordy. Ooh, baby, that donkey.
Donkey year.
Donkey.
Yeah. I will out myself as the part that I like the most. Which
that's right. This is controversial in and of itself.
Yeah, this is the only hot take I think I'll have in this episode. I think the rest of this is pretty normal, but my opinion is that I think the best part of it is the treasure hunting part,
which is a wild
with Knuckles
stance
and
to
Rouge.
take.
It's so good. Man.
Here's the thing. Here's how I
it's a
feel.
scavenger
Right?
hunt.
We were playing. We were going through some of the versus modes. It was like we want to do kart racing, and I'm like, God no, take that away. We're never playing this. Robot battles. Yeah, let's just get one or two in here to check
terrible.
the box. It's bad. It's bad. Competitive robot battle, no good.
Yeah, it's not great that we went from Custom Robo to that.
Yeah,
it's like, why would we ever?
Why would you ever?
If both are on the table,
and
they are.
There is one good thing that's in there, which is the giant Chow mechs and the sounds that they make. They're like, ooh, ooh,
beep,
and I like
beep.
that. What? Yeah, I could listen to just a wave file of Chow sounds for longer than I care to admit.
We're just going to replace this episode with an hour.
If we lose the audio again, this is what happens. You'd be warned if you're listening to a recording of Chow sounds, this is what happened. We should just sneak in little beats and boops of ooh, ooh, like in the middle of the episode. I don't think that'll get you copyright flagged.
Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be fine.
It's music to my ears.
We're not doing that.
But here's what's interesting to me is that Dylan was doing very good on the treasure hunting parts. He was beating me more than consistently. I don't know if I ever won.
You did not beat me a single
Yeah,
time.
I
And
think
there
that's
were
true.
several times where you did not get a single
That's definitely
emerald.
true. And
there was one time where we started and then it was done in 30 seconds.
That's right.
It's just I
like
immediately
I couldn't even read no TV, But eventually we get to the races, and at first he's still beating me. He picks Metal Sonic. He's got just better stats at everything, and he's winning. And our boy Zimbabwe is like, man, this isn't how I expected this to play out. I thought Raph was just gonna stomp you because he loves this game.
Yeah.
And then
have we talked about the Sonic Mania catastrophe?
Oh no, we haven't.
That's on the lost episode,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah. So a while ago, I picked up Sonic Mania. After I'm not a Sonic guy, and for a long time I've told my friends, and on this podcast I've said I'm ass at games. I'm really bad at games.
And I laughed it off. I'd play. I'm pretty bad at games too.
Yeah. And then they watched me play Sonic Mania.
I saw and I understood.
And
for the
immediately,
first time.
both you and Jimmy were like, "Oh no! Oh, you are.
You mean
that wasn't a joke? You were
It's
being serious.
It's a literal one-button game, and it was rough. There'd be times.
It's like I looked like a grandma trying to get through Green Hill Zone.
Oh my god!
And I think some people's grandmas would do better.
Genuinely, I was watching him play Elden Ring like a day or so beforehand. And Elden Ring seems to be the easier game if you're going based off of this gameplay footage.
Yeah, I mean,
He's doing way better at Elden Ring.
I didn't do amazing at Elden Ring. I did kind of bad.
And you do how you would expect someone playing Elden Ring for the first time to do.
Yeah, and we did Elden Ring first, and then I was like, all right, I'll boot up a bit of Sonic Mania, and that was. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? In fact, I told you let's play Sonic Mania while Elden Ring downloads. I think is.
Is that what we did?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. Then we turned it into a drinking game.
That's right.
And it was a mistake.
We didn't make it past Chemical Plant Zone, which was
every time I died, we
the
drank.
second zone in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a fun
night. And I
night.
think we did shots every time I did a game over,
That's
which
right.
I think
Yeah. That was we weren't.
That was a really
far.
big mistake.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it again.
Oh yeah, but like we're playing Adventure 2.
So with that in mind,
he's beating me at racing levels for a good bit, right? And I'm like, oh man, how about we do Final Rush? I love the stage, Final Rush, and then I felt like he was like a non-veteran. He started having flashbacks of like all the frustrations in this game in the past. Like, oh shit, that's right. I hate this game, right? And the vitriol starts coming out, and he's losing. The first time we play the stage, we just time out. Nobody wins.
Yeah, let's be clear. I wasn't losing. We timed out.
We timed out. We played it again, and I did win. But like I feel like your disposition was already like tarnished by this point. You were a different man.
The funny thing is, I was actually ahead of you until we got to the vertical rails.
That's right.
I was ahead of you for most of that stage. Then we got to the vertical rails, and immediately I couldn't get past
there
them.
are some rails on this stage, and they go up down. You're just supposed to homing attack them down the middle, and you get on the rail, and the momentum carries you up.
Yeah,
Dylan wasn't having that though.
Here's the thing about the homing attack is that the first word is a lie.
It homes in on any enemies that are near, and if not, it goes forward. It does it every time.
Yeah, but I just think that if there's something that you are meant to homing attack to get onto, it should home.
You want it to target the rail, right?
Well, yeah, that's what homing is.
Well, I mean, it's not an enemy though.
Yeah, but
that rail doesn't want you dead. It might kill you, but it doesn't want you dead.
I died to that rail more than any enemy. I didn't die to any enemy.
I believe
Only
that.
the rail.
I believe that. There are definitely
that was the final boss.
There were times that I was trying to get ambitious. I was trying to do like Rainbow Road skips like on rails. But there's no bounce bracelet in multiplayer. If you're playing single player and you've got like all the items, if you like be in the air, you like bounce off the ground and it like slams you down. And I'm trying to do this thing, which isn't here in battle mode. So I'm dying with some degree of regularity, right? And we do the whole save point thing. In versus mode, there's like, if one player touches the save point and then the other player dies, you go to the most recent save point, right? There's a little bit of cheese you could do where someone gets ahead of you and like, time to off myself, time to go to the great beyond.
Guess I'll just die.
Guess I'll just die, and he just warped forward. Good times. But Dylan wasn't having a good time at that moment. And then we were like, maybe we do an Adventure 2 episode.
So, yeah, it's two things. I have two issues with Adventure 2, which is the homing attack, which I think you and Sonic fans are in the minority on. Like, I think you're only... It's kind of like a Kingdom Hearts for me, right? Where, like,
I think that's fair.
I forgive a lot of stuff Kingdom Hearts does because... Tetsuya Nomura like got into my childhood brain and rewired it, and like just gave me permanent brain damage to where I play Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, this is how video games work when it's not, and it shouldn't be.
This is how one specific series of video games work.
Yeah, and like so you're like, yeah, no, the homing attack is good if you once you figure out how it works. And my perspective is like, can't it just be good period.
I got antagonistic.
Do we need to have 1,000
point.
hours of enjoyment, like of playing it before you can enjoy the game?
Yeah, maybe. It's the final level. It's the final level. The game is expecting you to, be pretty acclimated to it by this point.
Yeah, acclimated to it being bad though.
I'm not even gonna defend it too. I think it behaves consistently. Now the problems occur with the homing attack, I think, when there's an enemy that's actually closer to you that you don't necessarily realize is right there. And then it behaves in a way that you don't expect, which is like fixing like modern Sonic games by just putting a reticle on whatever it is you're targeting at the time. But Adventure 2, is not doing that. This is the second game to have a homing attack.
Yeah, so that's the first issue, which I think most people would agree with.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty fair complaint.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is the one where I hate all Sonic fans because when the Frontiers footage came out, like for Sonic Frontiers, and it's the when you go. When he's climbing the Zelda tower, and he like jumps onto it and immediately, like the rail, he jumps onto the rail and immediately gets like a huge burst of speed and like zooms up it. And all Sonic fans were just like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't make any sense. Where was the momentum beforehand? That's not how speed works. Why is he able to just like zip right up it? And the Twitter post I saw that like got a lot of traction was someone taking the City Escape like staircase with the rail and like seeing Sonic jump onto that, go up a tiny bit and then fall down because he had no momentum beforehand, and then comparing that to the Frontiers where like he jumps onto it and like shoots up, and I just felt like I was losing my mind because I was looking at that and I'm like, isn't the Frontiers one better?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Isn't, because the way that momentum-based like physics and stuff works in Sonic games is that you start moving and Sonic controls like ass. He moves slowly. It's not enjoyable. It's difficult to move him, and it's so slow. Then slowly it starts getting faster, and then once you reach peak speed, or a little bit less than peak speed, but around there, then the game becomes fun.
Here's the thing. There is a built-in most scenarios, maybe not when you're on like the snowboard thing, right? But for the most part, there is a button that's the build up speed and just fucking launch button. And that's called the spin dash. And that's there. And you can get wild with that thing.
Yeah, but the spin dash also,
it makes you stop for it.
But when you're rolling, if you go uphill while rolling, you lose momentum.
Just for a bit. Ideally, you keep the momentum that you've built up through your skilled play, right? Like, you get rewarded with the speed, right? That is the ideal loop.
That's the way that Sonic fans always describe it, is like, you need to, like, the speed is the reward, right? And I see the value of that in some Sonic games for sure. So, like, when I was playing Mania, there were times where I was like, okay, I kind of get that. Like, I can see the value there. But I think in 2D games, in 2D Sonic games, the slowdown to speed up isn't as bad. I think that it's a lot more contained, where like your slow speed isn't super slow. It's just slower.
It's funny because I don't feel that way. Because
really?
I feel like in 3D Sonic, there's a lot less like slow platforming, right? And there's a lot more dash pads and automation. You'll hear Sonic fans talk about like, oh, fucking automation on this stage all the time. And usually they're just talking about like dash pads or like loops that like run themselves. And you generally have more of that in 3D Sonic than 2D, I feel.
Well, so I agree that it's in 3D Sonic, it gives you momentum for free easier. Yeah. For sure. But also, when you don't have that free momentum, the game is really bad.
I think you spend a lot less time in that state because you have the homing attack. So you could always just like, if you're at a standstill.
Let's I want to loop back around.
Theoretically, you've played this game and you've come to terms with the homing attack. I think we were touching on this before, but I feel like Sonic players get like tuned to the jank in the game and they learn how to avoid it while playing. So like, just by the virtue of like, oh yeah, when I play the game, it's fine. I didn't have any jank. Just from playing it a lot and learning how to play. And maybe that's true of all genres potentially. No, right? Because I think like you have that experience where like someone who hasn't played a game before comes in, touches a game, and they have no idea what's going on. And I don't think this is too dissimilar. There's just more physics related jank here.
So I think the difference is that in a good game when a player sits down to like start playing it and it's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. They learn how the systems and mechanics work. And there's a difference between learning how like the systems and mechanics work and learning how poorly the game works. Like learning the jank and learning the systems are two different things.
I don't know. I was getting antagonistic at one point. I was like, it's just like Dark Souls, man. It's just hard until you learn how to be good at it, and then you're rewarded for being good at it. And Dark Souls is absolutely filled with jank, right? And that's the energy I was coming.
I mean, I'm not going to say it isn't, but
That's an episode for another time, I think.
I mean, I am going to say that it is. It's different.
It's different. I can agree with that. Most of the Sonic related jank I feel is just because you're really fucking fast and collision tends to not work well on fast objects. So sometimes walls get weird and you phase through things or you clip through the floor. That's how these things happen.
I just think that like it's unfair to compare any game to Sonic because like there aren't clips of almost any game that like there are clips of Sonic. You know what I mean? Like you guys have seen the way that some Sonic games are just fundamentally broken.
Yeah, I mean like Sonic 06 is a real product that released, right? Yeah. That's not what we're talking about today though, baby. We're talking about Numero Dos Adventure 2.
I mean, I think Adventure 2 is also like a broken game.
Like there are definitely parts of it that definitely comes up. But I think as far as like 3D Sonic gameplay, outside of like camera controls, which more so affects the treasure hunting, I think Sonic Adventure,
which is funny because I like this.
Which is funny, which is absolutely wild. Sonic Adventure 2 is in this era where people hadn't figured out that the second stick necessarily should be the camera. In fact, if I recall, I don't think the Dreamcast controller has a second analog stick. I'm not sure if it does. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, camera controls are on L and R, which for the time that was totally appropriate, right? But the camera will get
Adventure 2 Battle is on the GameCube,
yeah,
which has a second stick that is literally just the camera stick.
It's the C stick, C for camera.
Yeah.
The evolution of the very inspired C buttons on the N64 controller.
I mean, I do think though, like if a game has parts of it that are completely fundamentally broken, then the game is completely
I don't think there's a literal game that exists that doesn't have parts of it that are fundamentally broken.
I think the difference is how accessible those parts are.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
So, like, have you seen the recent developments in Zelda speedrunning to just completely change the topic?
I'm not sure. Tell me in great detail.
So Linkus7 made a video recently outlining.
Linkus7?
Linkus.
Okay.
He's a Zelda.
I thought that was a sentence. No. I was like,
he's a Zelda
syntax
error.
He
did a Wind Waker speedrun at GDQ this year.
Okay.
Like he does a lot of Zelda stuff.
All right.
Check him out. But he did a video recently outlining how it's broken, where you can basically put in Breath of the Wild, you can put any attribute that exists in the game on any weapon. And you can also like there's item duplication and there's stuff so like you can make a bow that has like plus 120 power that shoots 10 arrows. And has zoom in, so all 10 arrows shoot in the same direction.
Okay.
So it has completely fundamentally broken the game, right? Like you're saying, every game has stuff that is
every game can be exploited.
The difference is that this is something that people had to dedicate
people
years of their lives to figure out how to break the game in this way.
Yeah.
Whereas in Sonic, it happens accidentally to everybody. Like, do you see the difference there?
Maybe. I'm not. My heart isn't close to this approach, right?
There's a difference between everyone will experience it multiple times per playthrough, and one person will discover it after 5 years of looking.
Here's a common Sonic fan argument that you'll get a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's like yeah, the rough patches are rough, but the good parts are so good. And there's not really a substitute for it, right? And I think that's true. Like even amongst Sonic games, like there isn't another game that really plays like Adventure 2.
I'm just gonna say something super offensive. So Sonic fans are basically just like an abusive relationship.
I don't even disagree with it.
I mean, that's what
the
you're
Sonic
saying.
cycle is real, right? It's like the Sonic, like the new game gets announced, you're like, oh, maybe he's changed. You know, maybe he won't hit as hard as the last time. You know what? He's looking great. He's cleaned up real nicely. Then the game comes out, and you're like, ooh.
Sonic fans and Chris Brown fans are the same people. They're the same people.
Oh, did I? I don't know if I said this during like the last attempt of this.
He beat up Rihanna and people still listen to him.
Bro, Shadow the Hedgehog would absolutely destroy Rihanna if she.
No, he wouldn't.
He would.
He's a good person.
Maria. Rihanna, this is what you wanted, right? Oh man. Oh shoot. So let's talk about some wait, no, before we talk about story related parts, let me tell you this anecdote about the time that I bought Sonic Unleashed back in the day. You know this one. So Sonic Unleashed comes out and the Sonic cycle is real, right? And like the footage of this game looks really good on the daytime stages. Maybe the most impressive video game I have yet seen at this point in my life, right? But like these Werehog stages, like what the heck is going on there? He's like beating people up. He got stretchy limbs. I don't know how to feel about this.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. That's right. Pixar looking motherfucker.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Hog. Monkey D's nuts, baby. So I go into a GameStop, right? And I'm like,
First mistake.
I'm thinking about Sonic Unleashed, and I approach.
Second mistake.
It's just a downward spiral. It's a Gurren Lagann of hedgehogs, if you will. But I go over to the GameStop employee and I'm like, hey man, what do you know about Sonic Unleashed? She's like, oh bro, I've been playing it day and night. It's the best, man. And I'm like, really?
Did he sound like he was like itching for a crack?
He sounded like he was ready to burst. He was like, oh yeah, man, it's the best. And I'm like, what about the nighttime stages? Are those good too? And he's like, bro, that's the best part. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's just like God of War, man. It's just like God of War. And I did buy the game. I bought the Wii version, and I took it home, and it was not. And the Wii version is by a different developer, Dimps. They do the Sonic Advance game.
Every time you tell this story, this man sounds more deranged.
He was
like
deranged.
The first time you told this to me, he just sounded like a normal person.
You know,
and then now he sounds like a crack addict.
He liked the night stages. He was a crack addict. But I'm like, maybe it's just the version that I'm playing because the Wii version's different. So I get like the 360 PS3 version.
No, hold on, wait, I didn't hear this part. You bought the game twice?
Oh, absolutely. Years apart, if that makes it any better. But
a little bit, yeah.
But I think not at full retail each time. But yeah, man, things bad. That said, if you like, there's a mod for Sonic Generations on PC that just takes all like the daytime stages and puts them in the Sonic Generations gameplay engine. And like if you're just like powering all through just that, it's like maybe like an hour and a half of gameplay. But that hour and a half of gameplay is the best video game. If you could just take that experience and you bottle it up and you make 30 hours worth of that Sega and you release it, that would be the best video game. And I don't know why they just won't do it. Just do it for me.
Yeah, I don't know. How is Sonic so mismanaged?
I think they learned the unfortunate lesson that they don't need to try 100% every time. They don't need to try 70% every. That's right. Because like here, like the internet has eternally, rightly so, dunked on Sonic 06, right? But here's the thing: it's one of the best selling games on the 360. So like, why even try, right? Like everyone's like, oh man, Sonic Team, if you would just like, put the time in it and like fix all the bugs, the game would be so much better. And Sonic Team's like, does it really need to be though?
It's like how everyone's like Sword and Shield is the worst Pokemon game, but also it's the best selling.
Exactly.
It's like,
it's not much different than that. But like, like every time you buy a Sonic game, even if it's getting like 6 or 5s on Metacritic, like the Sonic audience does get at least like 15 minutes worth of gameplay in there where they were just nutting, right?
Can I just suggest something to you, Ralph?
Yeah.
And this is legitimate. Like, ignore that we're on a podcast right now. This is just genuine advice, friend to friend.
Yeah.
Stop buying Sonic games, period. Just play the fan games.
But what if
your life will improve so much?
But what if he changes, Like he's looking like this Sonic Frontiers footage, like, yeah, he's got his rough patches, but Sonic looks like a changed man, and I think I can accept him into my life again.
Wait 1 month and watch reviews.
That's like we were talking about that footage, right? Where we were comparing things, and you're like, maybe I think this is better. I'm definitely like I was being optimistic about the gameplay shown at first, right? I'm like, oh, this doesn't necessarily look like a bad game, right? Just like,
I should be clear. I just mean the momentum.
That's right. That's
the only part I think looks better. There's a lot of issues with that footage.
I'm looking at this footage, and I'm like, at first, I'm like, this doesn't necessarily look bad. There's nothing like innately broken about what's going on. There's like some missing animations when he like swaps rail, and that's not something to celebrate. But like, it's an in development game, whatever. I'm trying to be gracious towards the game. I'm like,
with all
maybe
that
it's not so
goodwill
bad.
they've earned.
Yeah, with all that goodwill. And then I see this compilation footage of just like side by side this and like every other 3D Sonic gameplay. And it's like, so like this is the pace of like this game, right? And then there's just like footage of every other game, even 06, right? And it was like, oh gosh, okay, maybe this does look a little awful. Like that, all the other gameplay. And I'm sure like those are like cherry picked examples, right? Well, but like, oh gosh.
I think the marketing for Sonic Frontiers has been the worst marketing I've seen for any big budget game ever.
It's rough.
Why would you just give IGN all of it?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're doing the gameplay.
People at IGN playing the game for 10 minutes, and it's like, all right, here's our gameplay trailer.
I did see a great parody post of like someone playing like Unleashed, and it was like IGN staff playing Unleashed, and they'll like get on a rail or whatever, right? They'll get on a platform, and then they'll just like jump off and like rotate the camera and look around and like take 2 steps slowly, and just idle and look around, and then like get on half of a platform.
Why would you
fall.
have a video game reviewers make your trailer when these are the same people that can't even beat the Cuphead tutorial?
There's like weird bits in there too, where there's like there have been like leaked portions of gameplay that appear to be interesting, right? Like, well, show me a little bit more of that level design there. It's like, no, you're not supposed to see that yet. And I'm like, but that would have sold me on the game. I guess I'm already in there, right? I'm in the abusive relationship. I put the ring on my finger. I'm married for life. So it's too late for me.
I mean, here's the thing. I think this is just a sign of like how far gone Sega is, because why would they pay someone to make a good trailer for their game when they could get paid to make a bad one?
That's true.
Like IGN absolutely gave them money.
Maybe that's the direction, right? Maybe they're like, you know what? We don't even want to make the trailer. You guys do it. And they're like, can we pay you exclusivity rights for that footage? They're like, sure. Yeah, just go for it. Do what you want. It's gonna sell. It'll sell on every platform.
Dude, fuck Sonic fans.
Oh man, no, Sonic fans are the best. They played the best games. They played the best moments of the worst
Kingdom
games.
Hearts fans are the best. I've said this many times. They're
the same fans.
They're not the same
fans. We're both at this table. We're both playing Smash. Life's good. We just both get games that don't fully satisfy us. We've been fully satisfied.
The
before.
difference is Kingdom Hearts fans are fully satisfied.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I believe they have been satisfied in the past.
No. What do you think is the most hated Kingdom Hearts game?
I don't know. Either Chain of Memories or Union Cross. Maybe.
Oh, Union Cross doesn't count. We don't talk about
Union Cross counts. Tetsuya Nomura says it counts.
So I'd say it's probably Dream Drop Distance, and there was.
I don't understand that. Maybe it's just because I'm a World Ends With You guy, and I'm like, that looks fresh.
It's because it has it added in time travel into the franchise, which is
I get that
pretty controversial.
I get that.
It also used the command deck system, which a lot of people hate. So like I think the outside perspective of Dream Drop Distance is that it's like an ass game. Kingdom Hearts fans, we love it. It's great.
Sonic added time travel in the second game.
There's a weapon
Before
called
Sonic 2, there was time travel. And we liked
it. Dream Drop Distance introduces the Gay Blade, which is pretty much just like the best thing ever.
Is it a Beyblade? Do you let it rip?
No, it's just Riku and Sora come together, and with gay energy they create the ultimate weapon.
I see.
And it's amazing. It's beautiful.
If Sonic and Shadow would come together like that one last time, it'd be great. It's so unfortunate that Shadow died and they never put his character in another game.
What about Heroes?
It's so unfortunate that Shadow died and Shadow's never been present.
What about Shadow the Hedgehog?
It's so unfortunate unfortunate that Shadow's only appearance is in Sonic Adventure 2 battle. He gets very mishandled after this. But Shadow
you're lucky I can't remember any other Sonic games, so I can't continue this bit.
He's there when he doesn't need to be. Shadow dies at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. And I think that was like a tentpole moment of my life as an adolescent. That like I can't think of like any other action like platformer that ends on like as down a note as like Sonic Adventure 2 does.
You know who dies in Kingdom Hearts 2? Goofy.
Oh, just like he comes back in the same game though, you know? Oh, Goofy.
Okay, you know who else dies in Kingdom Hearts 2? Spoilers. Axel.
Oh, does he really?
He does.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Dang. Sorry, Axel. He
comes back in the next game.
I'm sure. Like, there's a like in Sonic Heroes, like, oh, maybe Shadow's a robot. And like after when Shadow the Hedgehog gets real weird with aliens.
Dude, how do they not have Metal Shadow?
Big missed opportunity. I'm trying to think if there's like some kind of secondary game.
Just imagine if you made like a Metal Sonic game and it was Metal Sonic.
I mean, I just said that there were a bunch of Shadow robots. I don't know if that counts.
No, I want like a Metal Shadow.
I agree. I'm with that. Sonic OCs get to see you're already doing it. You're already in there. It's so easy.
No, Sonic fans that write fan fiction, I'm completely here for.
I'm not here for Sonic
fan fiction. I love you guys, furry community. I'm with you.
I'm not here for Sonic fan fiction. Sonic fan games, we can have a conversation. Sonic fan games where you take out the Sonic characters and put in your own characters, even better. We're talking about like Freedom Planet and Spark the Electric Jester 2. Oh my gosh, Spark the Electric Jester.
Is there Spark the Electric Jester 1?
There is. Spark the Electric Jester 1.
Because I'm just thinking that would be so fucking hard if you just
if you come in at 2. I mean,
like
that was my experience.
3.
Yeah. Spark 1's a 2D platformer and Spark 2's trying to be Adventure 2. So naturally, Adventure 2 is the one that I'm like, oh my god, he did it. I'm in. Oh man. That game, if you're not familiar with it, please look up footage of both the gameplay and the cutscenes so you can see the true dichotomy of man split between the greatest and worst of their achievements.
So how do you feel about the fact that the best Sonic game to come out in 20 years isn't a Sonic game?
Are we talking about Mania?
No, we're talking about Neon White.
Neon White isn't a Sonic game. It's Mirror's Edge 2.
I don't know. Look at that game. That game's
Mirror's
going.
Edge 3.
The point of that game's going fast.
It is going fast, but it's first person
and it's got cringe dialogue just like Sonic, and it's fun.
Faker? You think I'm the fake hedgehog around here?
I don't know. I look at that game and I just think, why doesn't imagine that game, but you're playing as Sonic.
There was a moment yesterday where I had a friend over and they're like, "Oh, you have Neon White? Can I look at you play? I'm just scared I'd get motion sickness." I'm like, "Let me tell you, if you are scared that you'll get motion sickness, you are absolutely going to get motion sickness playing this game."
But yes, you can watch me. Here's a bucket.
Get ready. It is pretty hype. I do like it. Neon White's pretty fun. But it doesn't have that same sauce of Sonic Adventure 2. It doesn't have no Tarantino-esque storytelling.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying though, because the game works, right?
Well,
like you play the game and it just works.
Well,
like there's no jank to learn.
There's no space. You know, there's no death by firing squad. There's no big titty bat.
I mean, I think there's big titty
she
something.
She wasn't a bat though. She's not even a bat.
Dude, speaking of,
bro, check her out. She's got emeralds. There's no rap music in Neon White.
If you became a furry because of that bat or that hedgehog, let us know in the comments.
Oh my god,
let us know.
Oh, look, he's about to pee on the moon right now. There's footage of Dr. Eggman talking about his dick being this big. Also, look up that clip if you can.
Eggman pees on the moon.
Eggman pees on the moon. We've discussed it before. It's just some dudes doing a let's play and they're like voice acting on top of the footage. It's wonderful. It'll enrich your life.
It's primo content.
Yeah. But like Sonic Adventure 2 is just ingrained so deeply in my bones. And like, yeah, have you seen that like Pro ZD clip where he's just like talking over like clips of Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Where
he's like, I can do any line. I can finish it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I am with Adventure 2. Oh my god! And like the scene that's playing right here is like so like unnerving, especially in like an immediate like post 9/11 world, right? Dr. Eggman blows up half the moon as a threat to say, "I'll do it to the planet next time if you don't surrender." And it's really weird. Sonic the Hedgehog goes to talk to the president, who does resemble Bill Clinton, who Sonic himself is based on, and they have a discussion about the ongoing terrorist plot and whether they should surrender or not. And Sonic, of course, is like, "No way! being voiced by Ryan Drummond, the one and only true voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, Steve Urkel. Get out of here. You're old news. You washed up. So is Ryan Drummond, but it is what it is. Sega contracts are rough.
I'm so sad that we've lost the footage of me, because when you said that Steve Urkel voices Sonic in the last episode,
before.
And I didn't know that.
You didn't know about the Bill Clinton part either.
Yeah, the Bill Clinton part is still wild.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog's personality is based off of Bill Clinton, while his shoes are based off of Michael Jackson, but they are given the color of Santa Claus to appeal to children.
I don't understand how someone who can come up with, like, how a company that comes up with such amazing ideas like that can make such bad video games.
Well, they made Sonic Adventure 2, so, you know, it's not all bad. They also made Yakuza and F-Zero GX.
Okay, but Yakuza is different. Also, can I just say...
Is it?
Can I just say, maybe this isn't the... I guess people might be agreeing with me too much, so I guess I'll just say it. I don't really like Yakuza.
What's not to like about Yakuza?
I tried playing Like a Dragon, and I was just like, when is the game gonna get good?
Oh, that's because that's a turn-based RPG and you don't like those. You gotta play the beat-em-up ones.
Yeah, but I like Dragon Quest.
That's true, because you got Sylvando.
And I played Yakuza 0, and I didn't really
You didn't like
vibe
Yakuza
with it.
0?
I didn't play a ton of it, but
You should play more of it.
It
I mean,
didn't vibe
that's
with
sad.
me.
Much like Gurren Lagann, I'm like, I mean, it gets good fast. I don't know. Maybe you're just not here for it. But
maybe I just don't like fun.
maybe do you like other beat 'em ups? You like
No.
Ninja Turtle Arcade? You like Simpsons Arcade?
No.
You like Final Fight? You like
No.
Streets of Rage?
In Yakuza 0, what I did is, as soon as I got to the point where you can, like, explore all of Kamurocho, I just saw that there was a mahjong parlor, and then I spent like 3 hours in there.
Well, then you like Yakuza 0. See, they also they got Outrun in there.
You know, there's
They
always
got a
people
Space Harrier
who are like, why do video games add in all of these, like, garbage mechanics? Like, why do you add in all of these stupid mini games and stuff? Why can't you just make the game just like the game and remove all the dumb mini games? I'm the reason they add them in, because of dumb people like me who's just like,
because
I
then you
don't know.
spent 3 hours at the Dragon Quest casino.
Yeah, I mean, if you put a casino in a game, I'll buy it. If you put fishing minigame in a game, I'll buy it. If you put what else? If you put mahjong in a game, 100% I'm buying it. Do you know how hard it is to find a mahjong game in English that isn't
I didn't know the
hentai?
struggle. What's the problem? That sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, but listen, I play mahjong with, like, my parents too.
What if you put on the Bayonetta naive angel mode on there to hide all the sexiness?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Bayonetta naive angel mode. So in Bayonetta 3, which recently got a trailer with a release date, there is a mode that you could put on called Naive Angel Mode, which takes off all the sexy bits. So, you know, you just put that on your sexy mahjong.
I'm glad
you buy sexy mahjong and remove the sexy parts.
I'm glad that that's an option instead of the old way they used to localize in America, which is just do that permanently.
Just put that on the disc. But it is funny to me to think that, like, someone out there is, like, buying Bayonetta, which is about like a stripper effectively destroying the creatures of God, and thinking like, well, I don't want her to take off too much clothes now. The wife might get upset if she sees that while I'm, like, stepping on an angel and putting it in my, like, BDSM machine. I don't even know, like, I hope they take that to, like, the nth degree, where it's just like all the sexy parts become, like, children's play toys that she's, like, hitting them with.
It's kind of like, you know how on Steam they always will censor hentai games?
Yeah.
And it's just like, why are you doing that? Like, you have to go onto the website of the developer and, like, download the
like patches,
the patch for the lewd content, and it's just like, Steam, this game's available on other things. Like, why not just let us buy it?
Plausible deniability, right? Like, it lets Gabe Newell be like, I didn't sell the pornography.
I just think, like, what's wrong with selling the pornography, though? You can just sell it.
Talk to Gabe. Talk to Gabe.
We live close enough to him, probably.
You know, just roll on over there.
We live in the
Washington. Gabriel, give me the pornography.
He's not that far away. We can find him.
There's footage of him just, like, going to, like, people in the local area and, like, delivering Steam Decks.
Yeah.
And I really want that day in my life. You know, it's great.
Dude,
when it's
I'll order a 10 and just hope that the dice roll.
There's like footage, like, of him, like, getting people who, like, aren't home, and they're like, wife opens the door and the whole film crew's there, and he's like, yeah, I'm just here to deliver this Steam Deck to you. And they're like, okay, I'll let my husband know. And they're like, don't you want, like, me to autograph it or whatever? And they're like, why would I want the delivery guy to, like, autograph my box? I don't I don't know. I'll let my husband know I got the video games.
It's hilarious that they took that footage and then put it out online.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't have to.
It's like why is the
that.
delivery crew here with a like a film crew today? I don't. Whatever. Thank you for the box. Have a great day.
She's like, don't normally. I'm the one that needs to sign for packages.
Yeah,
Why
like,
would you need to sign for the package?
Like you want your signature like on the item itself. That'll. I don't know. You should leave. Oh man, we want to talk about Adventure 2 some more though.
No.
What? All right, let's talk about the level design. Let's talk about
Shadow.
Oh, let's talk about Shadow. Oh, did you know that Shadow?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be inspired by like a genie dog. That's why he got like the bangles on him. They let him out of his cage, and he's like, "I'll grant you one wish." He's supposed to be like a djinn.
Genies give 3 wishes.
Shadow's not like that.
What's the one wish that he granted?
Ultimate destruction.
I think he was gonna do that anyways.
He was really excited about it. He got his memories right. He's all messed up in the brain.
He's like, I'll give you one wish.
He's over there. He's like, I'll
I
promise
wish for
you
infinite money.
To be fair,
the one wish has to be ultimate destruction.
Like he says that just trying to be hard, and I don't think Eggman ever wishes for any he unleashes Shadow. And Shadow's like, I'll grant you one wish. And then like a robot comes up. He's like, oh no, we gotta kill everyone in the room. Roger. And Shadow's like, behold my power. And he beats up the robot. And Eggman's like, that's pretty good work you did there, Sonic, but I don't really understand what's going on.
Did he call him Sonic?
The first time he comes up, he's like, Sonic, what are you doing here? He's like, wait a second, you're not Sonic.
What if it's revealed at some point that everyone in the Sonic universe is colorblind, and then suddenly the plot of Adventure 2 makes so much more sense?
Oh my god.
Sonic, like everyone just views the world monochromatic.
Shadow used to have a very different design, which admittedly did kind of resemble Sonic, but then they made the right decision of like, how about we give him hover shoes and like a tuft of hair on his chest, and we make him rad as fuck. But then he distinctly does not look that much like Sonic at this point, right? I don't think they updated the script to reflect that.
I do love Shadow though.
Yeah, Shadow's very cool. It's easy to get behind him.
I like edgelords.
Yeah. He was.
I just think it's fun.
He was like peak 2000s edgy energy, right?
Yeah.
Over here falling in love with human women or whatever. It's the proto Sonic 06.
I mean, he's just like a tsundere.
He really is. There's there's a scene towards the end that I'm also not crazy about, but it's a scene where like Shadow's memories like come back, and it all gets like motivated because like in like the final like storyline of the game, all the heroes are coming together. They band together. They're like, all right, well, there's it's no good. I can't rule over a world if it gets destroyed. So let's team up and let's save the world. And Shadow's just like watching everyone else doing their thing. And Amy comes over and she's like, Shadow, don't you want to help too? And he's like, why would I help? Everything's going exactly the way I want it to. The world's going to get destroyed. It's great. This is what Maria wanted. And like all Amy says, like, yeah, but like, did Maria want that? Shadow's like looking over like the mirror in like the space colony. He's like, no. And then he starts helping everyone. It just takes one little thing. Like, did Maria actually say that though? And he's like, no, she would never do that.
Shadow, are you actually fulfilling the wishes of your dead child girlfriend, or are you really just angry?
Survivor girlfriend, Nitz.
Not Survivor. Not Survivor at all.
She survived the disease. She didn't survive the bullet. There's a meaningful distinction between the two. Rest in peace, Maria Robotnik. In the 4Kids version of Sonic X, the bullet doesn't do her in. They just censor it right out. I think she's still alive. I think she's still on the colony and just no one goes to tend to her or anything. They're like chilling at a graveyard and like normally like points to like the tombstone, like this is where Maria is. There's no text on the tombstone, so they're just chilling in a graveyard and they're like, I miss Maria so much. They remove the footage of like the firing squad or whatever, and they're like, we never saw her ever again.
I miss Maria so much. She's like 10 minutes away, dog.
You want to go visit
yeah,
her?
we could go there right now.
They do similar things.
She asked if you want to hang out, and you said no. I'm gonna go to the graveyard.
There's a character who normally gets like shot in like the the 4Kids version of One Piece. But instead, the other character just aggressively points at them, and they're like, "How about you spend a lifetime in my dungeon?" And they never go back to that dungeon, right? She's just down there.
Oh, I love 4Kids.
Oh, I gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Gotta love those jelly donuts.
Oh my gosh, it's the best. The squirt guns, the punchy gloves.
There's also that Yu-Gi-Oh scene where like it's like they're going up at Kaiba or whoever.
Oh yeah, they're just like pointing at
they're just pointing like the guns are censored.
Would like a word with you.
It's just like in the 4Kids universe, everyone is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, like you hit them with that spirit gun.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I like to imagine. I don't know if Yu Yu Hakusho got a 4Kids dub. I don't think
it didn't. It got a Funimation dub.
I like to imagine that they did a reverse on it though, where they're just like, you know what? It's weird if he's got spirit powers. We're just gonna put
a gun. The Western audience loves guns. Actually, I don't know why they keep taking them out. In fact,
that would be fucking hilarious.
That needs to be an edit, right? Someone. There's got to be a YouTube poop where like Yusuke just shoots guys. Oh man. So here's a Sonic Adventure plot point that that people get weird about. Plenty of people on the internet will be like, wait, I don't understand. How come the prototype for the hedgehog is like a big lizard? I don't get it. And the answer to that is because it's a sequel to Sonic Adventure, which is a sequel to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which had like some silent, like Pixar-esque storytelling. So there's like a big mural in Sonic 3 and Knuckles where there's like a mural of like what appears to be some kind of Super Saiyan hedgehog or comet fighting off a big lizard thing, which is the Death Egg, I believe, which is you've played Flying Battery Zone, right?
Yeah.
That's part of a bigger like Armada thing that happens in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So you got there's a big lizard-like Eggman robot that like this is supposed to be a prophecy of from the Echidna tribe.
It's pronounced Echidna.
Oh, Echidna, you know what I'm representing. Never seen a warthog spitting like a menace. You're right. And then in Sonic Adventure, the main antagonist is the Greco-Roman deity, Chaos, right? Also makes a notable cameo in Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. But Chaos is there, and he's a big, like, water lizard thing, right? In his final form. And if you play Adventure 2, as you go in the space colony, you'll see that there's like experiments going on and other enemies that are like these like aquatic water lizard beings. So
in my mind, chaos is not actually chaos. It's actually pronounced chows.
That's correct.
And chows are just when you get two chows together, it creates the water lizard.
You can have a chaos chow. Chaos is a chow.
Well,
there you go. There you go. They all get genocided in Sonic Adventure 1, though. It's sick.
What?
Yeah, that's why Chaos is mad, because they killed all the Chow. And that's why there are Chow Gardens, because they're little sanctuaries for them.
Oh.
Yeah, all the Echidnas killed. Knuckles' grandpa just kills every Echidna.
Why?
Not every Echidna, every Chow, excuse me.
Why?
He hates them.
Why?
He doesn't like taking care of them. They poop everywhere. I don't remember exactly why what his beef was with them, but he does. There is definitely a cutscene where like the like Aztec ruins are like aflame, and there's just a million dead baby bodies everywhere, and Chaos is not happy about it. But anyway, Dr. Gerald Robotnik in his attempt to create the ultimate life form, first attempts to reproduce Chaos, which leads him to the big old lizard. You can see that he's got a Master Emerald shrine downstairs, which resembles the shrine in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But that wasn't the ultimate life form. It was the hedgehog-like being. And it's not even Shadow who is the ultimate life form. Sonic was the prophesized being from that point, which is why Shadow dies when Sonic learns to use Chaos Control. Not that Sonic's Chaos Control is what did him in. It's just that Sonic could actually do it. And Shadow was, like aftermarket imitation. He's the fake hedgehog, bro. He was the fake hedgehog all along.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we've got for Sonic Adventure 2. let us know what do you guys think.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Ralph the Sonic Adventure 2 is a good game, or am I right, as always?
Would you like to hang on the edge of tomorrow? Would you like to live and to learn? You may never find
I guess
your
we
way.
should establish that we do agree that the music is
Oh,
is
yeah.
all bangers.
100p,
Straight
hit
tens.
me up on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. Hit me up anyway.
100p on the podcast.
100p, yeah. Get a third chair and mic out here for 100p. I want to hear your story. 100p is the rapper for the Knuckles music.
No, don't explain it. If they don't know, they don't deserve to know.
Look up 100p.
Don't. If you don't know, you don't deserve to know.
100%.
100. Isn't he incorrectly credited? Doesn't it say 100p instead of 100p?
I would believe that.
Like, his name is not 100p, it's 100p. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. I don't know. I don't fucking care.
Tell us if you prefer Sonic and Shadow or Ralphie or Dylan. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, let us know. Ignoring any of the podcasts, just who do you prefer, just as a person?
What do you think about
Who do you like more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm particularly looking forward to our friends answering that. You do have to answer.
You do have to answer that. Come on in here.
Actually, I'm thinking about how you'll answer it. Please don't.
Please do.
Please don't answer.
Please do.
Later.
Yeah. Bye.